So getting a two like because both we've got kind of two unique perspectives as well here. Like so, Mike, you're a curler, and Raph, you're baseball. Do you think? Because me and George had this conversation, like because when we first started playing with like our baseball friends, like me and George kind of had I don't want to say we had a step up, but being like a softball pitcher, we kind of already had I guess a mechanic that lended itself, but thinking about curling and baseball, even like pitching or like that, do you think like we could take from those two sports and like work on like mechanics that can like easily translate from like a curler to a cornholer or like a baseball pitcher or like a batter? Like, could you take some same similarities or like same techniques you think can transfer over?
And I'll jump in first, Mike. I think that, and mine will be a very brief answer. I think the one thing that you take away both from curling, now that you mentioned curling, and I think curling and slow pitch both have the same thing, and that is a consistent release point.
Absolutely, the release point is huge. That's exactly right. You couldn't have said it better.
Right? You have to be very high level, living in a funnel of probably an inch of adjustment in your hands when so that is an elite thing. Sorry, Mike, go ahead.
No, that I agree with you 100%. So the one perspective from curling that plays into is curling's a strategy sport. So it comes in and you change your game based on your opponent a lot of the times. But I know, like George and Seb, we've played against the same opponents. You play against someone who's lights out that could hit the hole every time. You've got to play a different game, right? Because you're 2.6 out of 4 in the hole. He's a 3.4. You can't play that same game, so you got to change it up, right? But yeah, like Raph said, like curling's that direct same thing over and over again. And I've played like I wish I could play more baseball, but I can't throw overhand anymore. But could catch first base. I just hate the balls coming in at me so fast all the time. I'd rather play the field. But
that's why
and I also relate to I also related to soccer, like a penalty kick, like just you versus where you want to put that bag. You put that ball exactly there, no one's stopping it. You put that bag exactly there, it's going in the hole, right? Yeah. It's just that mindset, like, all right, I step my left foot forward or my right foot forward, whatever you do, bring that left knee in a little bit, grab the grip exactly the way you want it, and just put it in there, right? And it's crazy how you miss one, and you're like, shit, have I been doing this right the last 10,000 bags I threw?
It's crazy. So Mike, how long have you been playing cornhole, would you say? Was it 2-3 years?
Yeah, so I've been first tournament I went to was probably 2 years ago, if not 3 years ago. But we've been playing for like 5 years. I think my dad built a set of boards for my birthday one year.
Nice. And since then, has your technique, whether it's your stance, your grip, has that changed at all? And is it something that keeps changing all the time, or yeah? Are you in a spot right now where you're? Yeah. Go ahead.
I started stepping. That was the initial way I threw. Was I took a step into it.
Yeah.
And then after a certain amount of time, I just felt that there's too much there, too much that could go wrong. Like I could step further, I could step shorter.
Yeah.
I ran a fire call. My legs are tired now. My legs aren't working or whatever, right? So I stopped stepping. Felt good. And just recently, it's funny, throwing bags today, I was thinking about this podcast coming up, and how giddy we get about talking about cornhole. And I was like, it's weird. It's like, so my right leg's back. I'm right-handed. My right leg's back. My right leg's forward. My left leg's back. Sorry. I'm standing backwards here. And I got to make sure my left knee stays close to my midsection and doesn't track, because when it tracks, I know I'm getting lazy and I throw it off the left side.
Right.
But then when it comes time to throw an airmail, I stand completely square, flat-footed, and that's my best. And I'm hitting over 50% of my airmails right now.
Nice.
Flat-footed, but I can't throw the rest of the bags that way. So I'm always learning, always talking, and I've talked to both you guys for hours and talked to everybody I'll talk to my fiance. I'll go in and be like, yeah, I did this. She's like, I don't give a shit.
Same here.